As many times as you want to.
What God cannot do does not exist. Indeed, what God cannot do does not exist. My name is Amaka and I'm calling from Lagos, Nigeria. I am giving this testimony as an offering of thanksgiving to God on behalf of my family. But this testimony is about my father. Last year, January, my father was diagnosed with stage 3 cancer in the larynx. When we heard this news as a family, we were concerned because 15 years ago, my mom had passed on as a result of cancer in her throat. So we knew this was an attack of the enemy, and we stood on God's word that says that affliction shall not rise up a second time. Immediately we raised a prayer altar as a family. You know, I being an NSPPD and some of my siblings being and my aunties and all of that, we started praying aggressively regarding this. I even forced my dad to join NSPPD. So the journey started. Now, this is the reports that showed the cancer. Now, the cancer showed that it was in the larynx, as I mentioned, and then the report showed it was in the larynx and that it was stage 3. So, because of where the cancer was, the doctors had a very, very robust treatment regimen for my dad. Please note that my father is 79 years old. He needed to go through a lot of series of chemotherapy, more than 10 plus series, about 15 or so series of chemotherapy, and then 35 plus series of radiation. When we heard this, we were also concerned. Why? Because only radiation alone, you know, is what actually impacted on my mom, and we lost our mom as a result of that. So hearing a 79-year-old man going through those robust sessions of treatment was a form of concern for us, a source of concern. Now, early in the year, my father went to do assessments just in preparation for the treatment, which showed that the cancer was still there. Now, we kept on standing on God's word that cancer was going to disappear. Every prayer and every prophecy that comes from the altar that speaks to, cancer, whatever form of cancer, we agreed to it as a family. But Pastor, you never spoke specifically to cancer of the larynx until the 21st of February, where you said around 22 minutes and 48 seconds into the call, you said, I don't know who you are, but all I hear is tumor in your larynx. You said it 3 times. You now said, if you're on the call, put it on the live stream. You then said that by the power that raised Jesus from the dead, you reversed every tumor and asked it to disappear.
I don't know who you are, but all I hear is tumor in your larynx. I hear tumor in your larynx, tumor in your larynx. If you are the one, put it on the live stream and say, I am the one. And by the power that raised Jesus from the dead, I command every tumor in your larynx, let it be reversed right now.
Immediately you proclaimed that word, right? We agreed and tapped into it and knew that God was confirming something. And of course, as you always say, miracle no dey tire Jesus. That is exactly what happened. After the proclamation, my father actually then traveled, with the objective of, going to follow up on his treatment. My father went to follow up on his treatment. My brother-in-law, who is a medical doctor, took him for the first review and sent a message to us which said, the doctors are amazed. They say they cannot see the cancer, and all of that. But I said I will not share my testimony because they were to do a further thorough review. The final review that was done, where the doctors checked my father in out thoroughly, did all sorts of assessments, and the doctor said, this is where the cancer was. But I can't see the cancer anymore. The cancer is totally gone.
Looking at where the cancer was originally, which was here, but I don't see anything there.
It has disappeared. Brethren, what God cannot do does not exist. Pastor Jerry, you are a great man of God. You are indeed a solution to the problem of this world, Pastor Jerry. May God continue to bless you. Indeed, the oil on your head will never run dry.